came out firing. She said she's feeling really good this tournament, and she did just that, moving across the court very well. And something that she does really well, especially with Salome, is she puts pressure. She puts pressure on the corners, the angles, and she can really change the pace, as you saw there. A little dropper, come on into the kitchen. She knows she's not as comfortable there. But it was a great win by Annalie. I think she needed that one to move on, because the next two opponents on the other side, whether it be Jansen or Paris Todd, is going to be a tough match for her. And so see her there, her mom helping her out with that one, but a great win.
Match of the day in women's singles, new star Caitlin Christian facing one of the OGs in Leah Jansen. Matt, it would go the distance.
Yeah, I was so impressed with both players. Leah Jansen hiring a new strength coach past 10 days. She said she feels more agile on the court, moving great. Caitlin Christian really came back here. Game 2, forced a third. It was neck and neck going down the stretch, but a little too good. Points like these, Caitlin Christian forcing her all over the court, but Jansen, with that new and improved fitness, that mentality, first of all, she never got down on herself. A lot of times from Jansen, you see her get down. She stayed positive and found the corner there at the end.
Jansen going to face Paris Todd in the semifinals on Friday. Let's look at the Final Four. In the CIBC women's singles draw, Waters will face Brooke Buckner. And Paris, the only remaining player, Cam, that has beaten Annalie Waters, had a 3-game battle earlier this year in Atlanta. What are your thoughts on those remaining matches?
Yeah, well, Buckner has done well, only when Annalie's not in the draw. I don't see her coming out on top on this one, but that bottom one is going to be one to watch. Jansen and Todd, they've gone back and forth. They've beaten each other before, but I'm going to go with my girl, P. Todd. I think she has it in the bag. I think mentally she's there. I know Leah Jansen has had some new coaches come in, but I don't think it's solidified into her game and into her repertoire just yet. Todd coming out.
Yeah, before I saw that match today with Leah Jansen, I would have said 100% Paris Todd, but the new mentality, the new agility, I thought the passing shots looked amazing. I think Paris Todd is a different opponent, though.
Yeah.
Has better passing shots than a Caitlin Christian, especially on that backhand side. I don't think the forehand will break down like Caitlin's did a little bit today. Still going to go with your choice, though, Paris Todd.
Jansen said after the match, all these young guns coming in. It's nice to have a little OG matchup between her and Paris Todd. On the men's side, Ben Johns is out, so all eyes are on the top seed. Federico Staksrud, the Argentine, in action today against Gabe Tardio. Matt, Fed said Gabe has like 5 different levels. Level 1, he looks like he started playing pickleball 2 days ago. Level 5, he could be the #1 player in the world, and he brought his A game today.
And that's what we saw from Tardio today. It was business as usual for the first game, and into game 2, you can see Staksrud up 9-3 here. And this is where the magic happened for Gabe Tardio. Built off 8 points in a row to take it to a third game. But when we got to 3, that's when Staksrud really showed his dominance. He got back to what worked well, serving big, moving well, finding the pass here at the end, and it's business as usual. Staksrud moving on to the semis.
Stacks on stacks on stacks. Getting to the Final Four. The top seed will face the winner of this match, Cam. Connor Garnett facing Yates Johnson.
Oh, Yates came out firing here. That's so dangerous when you come to a guy that's come from high-level tennis like Yates Johnson, but his passing shots are great. He can move really well, and that's tough against an opponent like Connor Garnett, who I think is one of the top movers. But an injury happened here in game 2, and as you can see there, I mean, he can barely move, can't really push off that left leg, and was hobbling almost all the way through that game 2. I thought he was honestly going to pull out. He ended up sticking it out, trying to go to game 3, tried to rely on his ground strokes. And in the end, Garnett just being smooth. We're not really going for too much and coming out on top. But a tough one there because he was playing so well. In my opinion, I think without the injury, Yates comes out on top. But good for Garnett, moving on in a tough game.
Yeah, taking a look at the CIBC men's singles draw. You've got your semifinals all set. J.W. Johnson taking on Yates' brother, Hunter Johnson, and then Staksrud against Garnett. When we take a look at that matchup, 3rd time they have played this year, split the previous 2, Matt. What do you expect in that?
Yeah, I think Staksrud's the clear favorite. Obviously, Connor did get him earlier this year in L.A., but judging from the match against Yates, I think he looked a little off. Around the kitchen area, it wasn't really set, missed a lot of forehands, missed some serves as well. He cannot do that tomorrow against Staksrud. I'm picking Staksrud as the clear favorite in 2 games.
In 2 games. All right, what do you think about the Johnson v. Johnson?
I think that one is kind of up for grabs here. I think if Hunter comes out and his ground strokes are on, he's taking it all the way. But if J.W. Johnson can bring him in, do a little cat and mouse, his hands are better than Hunter's up at the net. So it's going to say who can execute their game style the best is who's going to come out on top. Now, when it comes to playing Staksrud, I still take Staksrud winning the whole thing.
All right, we'll see what happens as it plays out. Semifinal Saturday, going to be an exciting one in men's singles. How about the mixed doubles in ALW going for another triple crown? In women's doubles, it was Waters, Ben Johns facing Staksrud, Rachel Rohrabacher, Matt.
Yeah, this one was one to watch because Ben, we weren't sure how he was going to come out today with that ankle. Was it going to be sore? I thought if he wasn't close to 100%, they would, and what a backhand pass there out of Ben Johns, that they wouldn't get through it. But he said he woke up, it felt better. He was talking about if it didn't feel good, he might pull out. But this was business as usual for Waters and Johns. They rolled. This was quick. Even though the scoreline here in the second was 9-7 and then 11-7, it was not that close at all. I look for them as the clear favorite moving into semifinals Saturday. They played unbelievable pickleball.
All right, top seeds are moving on as we will take a look at the mixed doubles draw. Cam, what stands out to you?
Oh, we have to look at the top one there. Waters, Johns, Johnson, and Johnson. That's a matchup we see almost week in and week out. Waters and Johns usually coming out on top, but it's going to be Georgia Johnson there. That is my key factor. If she has her hands on and she can really test Ben Johns on the backhand side, she sets up her brother. I see it at least going to a game 3. Don't know if they can pull out the win.
We've seen 2 Annalie Waters highlights thus far. Let's get a third in there. Women's
Triple
doubles.
crown, yeah.
Waters, Catherine Parento facing Hurricane Black, Elise Jones. Quick start for the top seeds, Cam.
I expected that. I expected, they've played together before. You have Black and Jones, a little bit of a newer partnership here, but something that is so great about them is they get the balls back. When I was talking to Annalie Waters after this match, she said, you think you've won the point 2, 3, 4 times, and the ball continues to come back. Great hands on the side of Elise Jones and Tyra Black. They can really reset well, and that's what gets so frustrating is you almost make a mistake because you're seeing so much come back. But leave it to the #1 team in the world, which now is 111-1 is their record.
It's a lot of ones.
It is, but they really had their coaches. They have Athena and Lee Waters on the other side. And they said, you know what? Trust your game plan. Trust your game plan.
2 wins from their 12th gold medal this year. How about they haven't lost a game in 43 straight matches? Taking a look at the draw, Callie Smith, Lucy Kovalova into the semis. Matt, you mentioned Lacey Schneemann getting upset in singles. Well, she's in the semis in both mixed and gender doubles. Now is the time in the show when we bring in the voice of pickleball himself, Dave Fleming, joining us live from Atlanta. Dave, a lot to talk about today. It was an exciting quarterfinals Friday. What stood out most to you?
Just the will of Hurricane Tyra Black and Elise Jones. You're like, okay, it's going to be 3-3 again. They're diving all over the place. At one point, I said there must be 5 Elise Joneses out there because she disappears in the frame. She comes back in there, and they were pushed. In fact, AL and CP used both of their timeouts. That never happens, but they do what they do, and they move on. And that is bad news for Lucy and Callie tomorrow, because when they are pushed, the next people pay the price for something they had nothing to do with.
And Dave, we're seeing now so much more. You have Julie Johnson, you have Lee Waters and Athena, but we now have some coaches there, but really the team support on the other side. We saw Paris Todd, her parents there, Hunter there. How important is it for these players now? And we're almost seeing them win because of the team and the coaches, where we really didn't see that in the past.
No doubt. I mean, obviously, you hear a lot of the top tennis players talk about, hey, kudos to my team, thanks to the team. Well, now the margins are so thin. We certainly saw that in that last match, which was crazy, that just one idea might be the difference. One strategic thing that when you're in the flow, and we've all been there, you don't really realize something that maybe they're always missing their backhand dink if you put it on their left foot. You have to have somebody else with some eyes on that. So we're seeing that. And here we've talked a lot about injuries. So having a physio here, that was huge for Ben to be able to get into this match and get through today and play in 2 semifinals tomorrow. A lot of these folks have mental coaches as well. So you've got to have all of that because everybody wants to be here playing on the 20 by 44. And it is not easy to do just by yourself.
Dave, speaking of playing on the 20x44, I heard you got on court today with a football Hall of Famer. I want to hear all about that and the celebrity impact on the sport.
I think I rolled in here and was just, watching some great pickle, and then I got a call and said, hey, do you want to come play with Champ Bailey? I'm like, you're darn right I do. I don't have to answer that in less than 0.04 of a second. And you get out there, and the guy has heard about pickleball, and when you are a shut-down corner, I wanted to see if he could shut down the kitchen, and you're darn right that he can. So to have these guys out here playing has been terrific. Obviously, Matt, you have seen it as well. So the awareness we get from that and the willingness from entertainment properties and from big corporations to want to get involved in our sport is absolutely huge. So when Taylor Swift held a paddle, our entire industry lost its mind. So that is the value of what celebrity can do for pickleball.
Yeah, anything she does makes a huge impact. Right. A couple of champs out on court. Champ, and of course our own Dave Fleming. Dave, there's a couple players that are still alive for Triple Crowns, as well as multiple medals. Who do you think gets it done?
Well, you never bet against A.L. Dub, and now she's going to have a little thorn in her belly here from what happened today in that 12-10 win in Game 2. So she's going to roll. J.W. Johnson, I know it was wild over here. 8 match points it took them to win that, but when he plays singles, he brings a little extra aggression in there. I think he's going to be terrific tomorrow. In fact, if your name was Johns or Johnson today, except for Yates, that was the thing to be. Yeah. So look out for him tomorrow. He's very capable. It would be awesome if he has a chance to go for it on Sunday.
Got multiple Johnson families doing well. Dave, thanks as always for taking some time to join us here on Pickleball Live. Keep up the great work. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Thanks a lot, guys. Peace.
Back with some men's doubles, the Johns Bros taking on Gabe Tardio and Andre Diescu, Matt.
Yeah, the brothers Johns. We weren't sure, again, how was Ben Johns and that ankle going to come out. And it looked like Diescu and Tardio were going to run away with it after Game 1, but it was anything but that. Colin Johns, a little bit of the X factor today, going big, picking up the slack on that right side and speeding up a lot of balls off of his paddle. I thought Ben looked great. The level in this match was unbelievable. I thought Tardio originally was going to be that X factor. You see a lot of anger out of the end there out of Ben Johns, looking to solidify themselves back as the #1 team in the world. They're moving on to the semis, and they're my favorite now heading into the rest of the tournament.
Ooh, okay. Cam, who's your favorite now?
You know, after seeing the Johnson-Frazier match, I'm going to go McGuffin and Martinez-Vick to go ahead and take tomorrow's match. I think if they can put a lot of pressure, especially on Dylan, maybe coming out of this, they have a lot of energy. They're fiery. They love to get the crowd on their side. I don't know. I know Matt's looking at me right now, but I'm going to go ahead and take them.
I have to interject. There is no chance that happens.
There's a chance.
Johnson and Frazier have the quickest hands on that court. McGuffin, unfortunately, even though I love Tyson, has the slowest hands, and that is going to be the difference maker. It is going to be Johnson and Frazier, especially after being tested in a major way tonight.
I cannot wait for Pickleball Live tomorrow, and we will find out who is right between Cam and Matt. The first ever Pro Pickleball video game, PPA Tour 2025, is out on Xbox, PlayStation, and Steam. You can choose from 16 PPA pros as playable characters, including Annalie Waters and Ben Johns. Michelle McMahon, Dave Fleming are going to voice the game. Matt, what do you think about this?
I am pumped about this game. I'm a little annoyed that I'm not on the game with my voice.
Not as a player. You want to be a voice.
I think I could be both, to be honest. I mean, people probably want to see the third shot drop. But I'm excited for this game. I haven't played this game yet myself. But after we make our players today, I think, my player is probably going to win.
Cam?
That's not even true at all. My player is going to win. I mean, good job there, Matt, but, you know, I'll give it to you. You're going to lose with the previous men's doubles match I just said and also in here, so let's go.
PPA Pickleball Tour 2026. Maybe we'll have Matt and Cam, or maybe we'll even have Pickleball Live on the show, right?
Yes, we
in the
should.
next iteration. Go check it out. Pretty cool stuff. By the way, you can create your own player, as they alluded to, and that's what we're going to do now. Matt and Cam are going to create their own player. So the 5 categories that we're using: serves, drives, flicks, put away power, and intangibles. You got that?
Got it.
All right, Cam, let's start with your top serves and drives.
Easy. Serve is going to be James Iggy Ignatowicz. He has hit even some aces with his new serve. He's putting a lot of pop behind it, a lot of power. And I got to go with my girl, Miss Paris Todd, for her drives. Absolutely electric. I mean, we saw her playing Kate Fahey here, and her drives were on. And I would say, too, she just trusts it so much, especially coming from tennis, but staying low, man, she can pick any spot, going with her all day.
I love that picture of your ultimate player, by the way. Let's go to Matt. Serves and drives, who do you have?
That wasn't bad, Cam. It was okay. I picked Deckel Bar for the serve, one of the biggest serves on tour. He uses those legs. He jumps into the court. It is terrible to play against that serve and try to get into the net. For my drive, and we're going to see the Deckel Bar serve here, fully into the court, falling into the court almost like it's a tennis serve. So much action behind that topspin, it pushes you back. It is very tough to deal with. But for the drives, I went with Daniel De La Rosa. This guy's forehand drive coming from racquetball is massive. It is flat. It goes low below the net. We're going to see some drives later. But Daniel De La Rosa, huge drive.
Good luck with Deckel getting a legal serve in, but go ahead, next.
All right, Cam. Shots fired. Back to you for flicks and put away power.
Flicks, I'm going with the young guy, Gabe Tardio. We saw him today. I think he has some of the best hands in the business. I know he's trained with J.W. Johnson, but I go with him all day. And put away power. Hi, Jack Sock. It's not coming back, and I'll take that any day. Jack Sock all the way.
Okay. Seeing some of the highlights of what he's able to accomplish.
Oh, yeah.
With that
He'll
power.
run around, you know, maybe not go on the backhand side, but we'll go on the forehand side. We'll run around the backhand all day. We would like some overheads, but I'm going Jack Sock.
All right, Matt, your turn for flicks and put away power.
I see a weakness on that backhand side. Flick, I'm going Ben Johns 100%. I know that's an old school pick, but it's still the best on tour. Forehand, backhand, but specifically that backhand. Put away power. People wouldn't expect this, but look at this highlight from Eric Onsens. He plays for the Miami Pickleball Club. This guy, Air Onsens, we'll call him. That's like Pete Sampras back in the day. That is huge. Onsens, look for him for the next 6 months, 12 months to really make an impact on tour. This guy's going to be someone to watch.
Air Onsens.
I think Jack could do that, right?
Jack can't do that.
Jack could definitely do that. I'm curious, though, Matt, because you were talking about Catherine Parento having the best backhand flick in the world during your interview, and then you didn't pick her for flicks.
That's my fault. I apologize to Catherine Parento.
Gabe would take them both.
Ben Johns is 1A. Catherine, you're 1B. I apologize.
All right, time for intangibles, and I believe y'all both went with the same player.
I know it kills me to say, but we both agreed. Annalie Waters, you got to go with her. I mean, when it comes down to the wire, any shot, whether she's down, she's up, indoor, outdoor, it doesn't matter. She's going to get the job done. Annalie Waters all day.
Yep, I concur. She is, without a doubt, mentally the toughest player on tour. Women's singles, mixed, dubs, she always gets the best out of her partner, which I think is a huge positive for her. But Annalie Waters, I didn't even have to think about that one.
Yeah, you got to have the #1 player in the world as a part of your creative player. I'm curious, though, neither of you all have the #1 player on the men's side as a part of your player, Federico. How come, Matt?
Yeah, Matt.
You know, until you asked that question, Steve, I didn't even think of it. Federico, I think, is just such an overall fantastic player. He has everything, but I wouldn't pick one shot of his that is better than anyone else's. I think
intangible.
Potentially, he's an intangible. He's 1B on the intangible list.
No, I think even in a matchup, yeah, he might take Annalie, but I think they'd go 3 games.
Okay. So here's the comparison. Cam, who's winning this match?
Oh, me. This isn't even a question. Absolutely, mine. I mean, when we go to the flicks, you have Tardio taken out. Yes, I know they just lost, but I will still pick Gabe Tardio. I'll pick Paris Todd's ground strokes over any guys in the game.
Sure, your character looks very fierce, by the way. I just know Air Onsens is all I need to say. I don't think anyone else can do that. The intangibles of Anna Lee will take us over the edge.
That's
and
true.
Bar, I don't even know how
It'll be tight.
You're not going to get forward after the return. Easy win.
All right, we're going to build these players in PPA Pickleball Tour 2025 and then actually have y'all play and see who wins. When we come back, another day, another demo, we are breaking down the third shot. Matt and Cam going to let you know when to drop and when to drive. Y'all going to learn today. It's Pickleball Live on Pickleball TV. Much more on the way. Cam, Matt, and Steve back on Pickleball Live. The next Major League Pickleball event features teams facing off in New York City's iconic Central Park. Catch all the action from the Big Apple with daily live coverage on Pickleball TV beginning Thursday, September 19th through Sunday the 22nd. That, of course, an MLP event. Let's check out the rest of the PPA schedule. After Atlanta, we're headed to Virginia Beach. Then it is back to Vegas, the final slam of the season in Texas, and wrapping up at the Milwaukee Open. All of it can be found on PBTV. Time for another teaching segment with our own coach to the stars.
I'm Matt Manassi, a.k.a. Pickleball McNasty, coach of the Stars.
You are the pickleball instructor of the Stars,
That's
you know,
what they
so
say.
I feel like there's a lot that I could lean from you. So
I mean, there's so much to work on, but you know an overhead? Give me one to do. Money. I love that. Now we just gotta control it. Do it right slowly before you progress to trying it fast. Come on. Thanks for coming out, man.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. All right, we have another demo presented by Humana. Today we're gonna go over the third shot, the famous third shot. So Cam, let's first of all, why is it called the third shot? My serve is number one, your return number two, and then I am left with the third shot. First of all, there's the two bounce rule. My serve has to bounce, the return has to bounce. If we're playing doubles or singles, but doubles we'll talk about today. After my return, after my serve, you're coming forward and you are building a wall there with your partner.
Right at the kitchen.
Right at the kitchen. I'm actually gonna bring Steve in here.
All right.
As we talk.
Favorite time of the show.
Come on in.
Steve, you are gonna
Yep.
be my Colin Johns here
Love
on
that.
this side. Okay.
Shout out, Colin.
So
Great job today.
we've served, and when we're in this position, the ball's coming back,
Yep.
and we're in a defensive position right now, and we need to get to neutral. So there's a couple ways to do that. The first is the third shot drop. And Cam, what don't you want to see when I'm hitting this ball?
Hitting, I don't want to see it low.
Correct, right. So
Yeah.
if I can get this
I
ball
would love it high.
Right.
Yeah.
So if I can get this ball low, I'll show you here, Cam. Right, I can slowly make my way forward and get to neutral. What I'm doing there is getting that ball down. Cam has to go low to high, and that gives us time. Also, by getting it low, she's not able to really attack us, and we can slowly get in there. It might take 2, 3, 4 balls to get in, and then we're golden.
All
Love
right,
that.
here we go.
But
what happens?
at the recreational level,
I mean, you're good,
you're always going to leave balls high at some point, and I see so many recreational players do this, Cam. They flick their wrist, go high, and run in, right? So let's talk about the technique for 1 second. I want the tip of my paddle down. I want contact point in front. That looks like a square paddle face to me, correct?
Correct.
Then I'm using my shoulder as the main hinge. I'm pushing through 3 balls, and that's gonna give me a consistent drop every time. Cam, one more feed.
All right.
And then we are
Now
golden.
we're in. Yeah.
Sometimes it's almost like cornhole. You just kind of want to throw that paddle over. It kind of gives you a good little visual there, but let's just see how the pros do it. They're the best, right? See here, nice little, like we have 2 bounce rule, and we're dropping it, moving into the kitchen. Another one here, Ben John's coming up, De La Rosa, taking a little bit off into the kitchen, neutral. Christian Alshon, Riley Newman, nice height over the net, dropping there, puts them back on the offense.
Yes. Riley Newman, one of the best drops you'll ever see.
I agree.
So much loft, but it drops so quickly. Now, the other solution to get forward is the drive, especially if maybe it's windy outside, we're not feeling our drops. Maybe
You have a killer serve.
a killer serve, it bounces short.
A deckle bar serve.
A deckle bar serve, right? My
That's not
favorite
going
player.
in. Okay.
So if I hit a huge serve, I get a short return, and I have a great partner like Steve, I'm going to try to drive and crash.
So you served it, I'm returning.
And then we go through the back of that ball, and we rush forward. So again, a little technical. We want to get turned here, get that paddle face square through the ball. Steve, let's see if you can shake and bake here.
All right.
Here we go.
Beautiful. That's how we drew it up. Unbelievable.
And sometimes it really pushes you off, and sometimes you do get those pop-ups, which is really nice, but it's good to have both options.
Of course.
All right, that's good stuff. We got the drop, we got the drive. Now we've got the bucket challenge, which, by the way, both of y'all killed yesterday. So we're gonna make it a little more difficult today. We're gonna move the net over here.
All right.
We've got our bucket there, and then I'm gonna actually feed you some pickleballs and see if you can get it in the bucket from this side.
So we're gonna put that third shot drop drill to practice right here.
Exactly.
That bucket is perfectly placed in the middle of the kitchen.
Oh,
Cam,
here
you
we
first
go.
or me first?
Well, I went first yesterday, so now you're going
Okay.
first today.
All right.
All right, so you just want this regular, like a little drive.
a little return.
Show us that hinge
And I'm gonna
there.
see if I can. Oh,
Okay.
that is
Almost.
brutal.
That was close.
That is brutal.
That's.
This is not good, guys.
I know. I think you're looking great.
This one's in.
That was a better
That
feed.
one's
Better
in.
feed.
There we go.
There you go.
Needed one.
That was a better feed.
No
All right,
pressure.
Cam, you got this. You got
Yeah,
this.
totally.
I think you make 3 today.
No. Okay.
close.
This is what happened earlier.
One.
There we
Yes.
go.
All right, all right.
you.
Let's see if you can take the lead.
Oh, well. Oof.
Oh,
Ooh.
you both got
Can
one.
we have one more each, please?
One
Yeah,
more each?
for sure.
One more
Thank
each.
you.
Thanks, Donna.
I don't
Thanks,
like.
Donna.
I don't like
Next
a tie.
one to make it wins. You can make
Who
this.
wants to go first?
You can make this tough, Steve.
Yeah, I don't know what that would even mean, but I would like put it over there. or
Don't put it
something
over
like
there. My backhand drop. We don't want to go there.
I'll do a
There we go.
backhand drop.
I'm like Jack Saw.
Shoot. Oh my gosh. Okay.
All right,
I got
Cam,
a
for
little
the
nervous.
win.
Okay. Yeah.
You ready?
Ain't no thing.
Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh! I almost got so excited.
Right?
All right, I'm
One
making
more,
this.
one
I'm
more.
making
Come
it.
on.
I'm
I
making it.
almost threw my paddle.
Cam, this is
I've
your
gotta
time to
win.
shine.
I know. I'm trying to
Be
shine.
a star.
I'm trying.
That was a nice feed, Steve. That was a really nice feed. It had loft.
I need more legs.
I mean, it was
I need more
short.
legs.
She could have like done a lot with that.
Okay, don't complain.
Oh!
All right, we don't
I
have all
love-
day for
This
this.
is not
Come on.
good. This is not good. This is not good. Oh, there it is. There it is.
Welcome back. While we went to break, you missed the winning shot by Cam right here. Slow it down. Got the victory. But we're all happy for each other.
That's right.
Look at that. See?
Look how
I love your
supportive
reaction
I
there.
was. I'm a supportive co-host. Cameron, I don't know yesterday if you were as supportive, but it's okay. It's okay.
Y'all are both winners. You both got one, and then in extra time, Cam came through. Here's our real Friday pickle picks.
This was unbelievable. Yates Johnson, game 1. This is what we saw from him when he was healthy. Unbelievable ATP. Unfortunately, got injured after this game. Didn't carry it through to the end, but what a shot by Yates Johnson.
And then we got a big firefight, Cam.
Oh, we love firefights here. This is Johnson siblings. You know, there's a lot of Johnsons. J-Dub, Georgia, taking on Tina Pisnik, Deckel Bar. And we know Johnson siblings have the fastest hands in pickleball, keeping everything nice and close. And J-W Johnson for the win.
J-Dub getting it done.
J-Dub getting the dub.
Still has a chance to get that Triple Crown as well. Here is the action coming at you on Saturday. We've got Paris Todd taking on Leah Jansen. Of course, the top seed Federico Staksrud in action against Connor Garnett. Annalie Waters is all over this sheet in singles against Brooke Buckner. But we're going to break down the mixed doubles match between Annalie Waters and Ben Johns, taking on the Johnson family. They've played 7 times this year. It's 7-0 for Waters and Johns. What do the Johnsons need to do to come through with the victory?
Georgia, as you said earlier, needs to be the X factor.
Yeah,
she needs to play big. She needs to really control that cross-court pattern. I don't know if she can get it done tomorrow, especially after seeing how good Annalie and Ben played today. But we'll see. What are your thoughts, Cam?
Well, I think it's a little bit different this time around. Yes, I know Ben's playing good, but he still has that nagging injury. What Georgia Johnson can do is she can pick on it. She can pick on it better than any other girl on the side of the court, and she has won a lot of head-to-head battles against him. So I would say out of any of the girls, he doesn't like her in front of her out of anyone. So again, she's our X factor. If she can bring the energy, she brings JW with her. But if she's not and she's flat, Waters and Johns all day.
All right, so Georgia is the X factor
Absolutely.
in that matchup. And by the way, you can see that match on national television. We are on CBS tomorrow for that big match in mixed doubles between Annalie Waters, Ben Johns, and Johnson & Johnson.
Oh, it's going to be awesome.
2 hours on
national
CBS.
Stage. Yes.
That is big time stuff. All right. And welcome to our Pickleball TV studios in Santa Monica, California. It is time for another edition of Pickleball Live. Alongside Matt Manassi, Cameron Blackwood, I'm Steve Weissman. Dave Fleming will be joining us from Atlanta momentarily. And over the next half hour, we're going to bring you all the best highlights, insight, analysis, and news from the world of pickleball. Top of mind right now, though, the big-time upset. The top seeds in men's doubles are out. Cam, you called it.
I called it yesterday, and he about shut me up and said there's no way that Zhao Mei and Tyson were taking out the #1 team. And I said, it's a huge possibility. They don't like when it's loud and it's exciting. And I said, you know what? We'll see.
I was wrong. The #1 seed's out. Zhao Mei, Martinez, Vick, Tyson McGuffin played great. The hands of Tyson looked awesome out there. A couple calls the refs might have missed at the end to make my pick wrong, but nothing to take away from Zhao Mei, Martinez, Vick, Tyson. They were unbelievable.
You think the challenge at the end was actually out, not in?
I think it was out. And there was a missed kitchen violation as well.
I do agree. I do also agree that the ball was out, but there was also a kitchen violation that was missed earlier as well. Super close to the end there.
I saw the ball in.
The #1 seeds are out, and Tyson and Zhao Mei are into the final. Nothing can be said about that. I guess it was. I guess it was in.
It has been written.
I should be
Championship Sunday.
Yes.
We'll have.
And congratulations to them.
No.
I mean, they did have a good run. So good for them to make it into the finals.
All right, we got a lot to get to today. Let's start with Annalie Waters playing in gender doubles alongside Catherine Parento. Of course, they're facing Callie Smith, Lucy Kovalova. Cam Waters, Parento have won all 4 previous meetings in this matchup.
Yeah, a little bit of a scare you see right here. She goes and tells the ref, she says, hey, I need a medical timeout. She said, I'm feeling faint. I am seeing stars. I think I'm going to pass out. She had to hurry and exit the court. She went and saw medics. They took her blood pressure. It was super low. Her sugar wasn't doing well down there. So she drank about 3 glasses of orange juice, came back in, and didn't miss a beat here. Annalie Waters with the big shot there. They were down 3-7 in game 1. They start making a comeback against a very strong Kovalova and Smith team, but she can't ever count her out. Catherine, in the interview, she said, I mean, she could be almost dying and she's going to win the point. A great ATP there by Annalie Waters. But we're just glad that her health is okay and there was nothing too serious there. And great win by her, but a good fight. And she has a long day tomorrow, so I'm glad she's okay and gearing up for the Triple Crown tomorrow.
A little bit of OJ. She still brought the juice in the end. 44 consecutive match wins without losing a game. Take a look at this. The most dominant women's doubles team in pickleball history. Waters, Parento putting up these numbers. You can put these up against any other sport, and they would still be greatness.
There's no words to describe it. They are dominant, and I don't think it's going to be ending anytime soon, especially not tomorrow.
112-1. It's incredible. All right, to mixed doubles we go. ALW with Ben Johns taking on the brother-sister duo of J.W. Johnson and Georgia Johnson, Matt.
Yeah, the Johnsons have beat Ben and Annalee before, so they were on high alert going into game 1, but the number 1 seed was off to the races. Game 2, though, another story. Talking to Annalee after, she said they got a little bit too dinky in game 2, and I think JW was really taking over from the middle, though. Game 3, we had said Ben was the one that wasn't moving well. It was Annalee a little bit out of sorts, Ben picking it up for her and really taking over down the stretch. The number 1 seeds were too good, and they are moving on to Championship Sunday once again.
62-1 this year. 8 of those wins coming against the Johnsons. In men's doubles, the Johns Bros playing Riley Newman and Christian Alshon, Cam. Rematch from Vegas a couple weeks ago when it was Newman and Alshon that won 12-10 in the third.
Yeah, we were talking to Colin Johns. He said we rewatched that match and we wanted to change up our spots. It seemed to work really well there. And they did just that. We weren't really sure how Ben Johns was going to be with his ankle, but they were tested and came out on top. And there's some history between these two, and things can tend to get a little spicy between them. But it was really good by the Johns brothers to see them coming out strong, especially for a chance tomorrow. They have not held a gold medal in many tournaments.
Yeah, you talk about the spice. There was the trash talk at the end, and Colin explained what it was all about.
I was actually just asking him if he had any more classless comments to have after he won the match against us in Vegas. He had some words that I can't repeat. So, you know, what comes around goes around. If you're going to dish, you better be ready to deal. So if you didn't like that, too bad. Try to beat me next time.
If you're gonna dish, you better be ready to deal. I love that, Colin.
I love it.
We love to see that. All right, let's take a look at the Sunday doubles finals matchups. Matt, which one are you most excited for?
That middle one, McGuffin, Martinez-Vick against the Johns Bros. Johns Bros looking to get back on top. You can see they have the spice, but McGuffin, Martinez-Vick, the fan favorites. You're going to see a lot of hands battles. I expect Colin to be more in the middle again and continue that aggression. I am pumped for that matchup, Steve.
How about you, Cam?
Are you taking the Johns?
I'm taking the Johns. You know that.
Oh, goodness. I'll go with the girls down at the bottom. I think we were talking to Anna Bright and Rachel before. They said we have been watching that match, that we've beat them over and over and over again, trying to figure out what it was then that way they were able to get the win. I still think Waters and Printo coming out on top, but hopefully they can take it to 5 games. I would like it to be very competitive. That's all I'm asking for. I want it to be competitive.
All right. Well, we saw ALW in both doubles finals. Could she make it in singles as well to go for yet another triple crown? Waters facing Brooke Buckner, Cam, and Buckner actually jumped out to a quick lead in this first game.
She did, and that's expected of her. She has great ground strokes, some of the hardest ground strokes on the women's side, and she's won 2 titles. Granted, Annalee Waters wasn't in the draw then, but it was a great start for her. However, Annalee Waters, she knows how to win, to take you out of your game. Yes, she won the first game 11-7, a little bit tighter. Second game was not the same. She was in complete control there. Her up 9-0. Serves were working, drives were working, kitchen play was working, drops were working, and she was very confident there, coming in with the win.
From 7-2 down in the first, she won 20 points in a row, including that pickle to close it out. Said I had to get tricky and change the game plan out there. She certainly did. Men's singles, world number 1 Federico Staksrud facing the 3 seed Connor Garnett. Matt, this is a rematch from the Utah Open final last month when Fed only dropped 6 points.
Yeah, this one could have gone either way. They've beaten each other over and over again. I picked Staksrud, so I was wrong. But Connor Garnett getting a little lucky yesterday against Yates Johnson. I think he came out today a little more free getting through that. His passing shots were unbelievable from everywhere around the court. His movement looked great. He was not missing serves. He was not missing forehands. He looked a lot more polished. Here's that beautiful ATP. That was 2 bounces. Sorry, Fed. And Connor Garnett looking to get another title here in Atlanta.
Yeah, he said, Fed got me pretty comfortably in Utah. This is one I really wanted to get back. He'll face the winner of this match, a Johnson, guaranteed to make the final. Will it be JW or Hunter?
Yes, and these ones are not related. Hunter played unbelievable in this match, came out firing. Steve, I know you picked JW to win this whole tournament, but Hunter came out strong. JW, though, For you, second game came out hot, was finding the corners, moving a lot better, and coming into his own. All 3 games were a complete lopsided affair. Hunter, though, you could see what this win meant to him. He got very emotional at the end, pointing up to the sky. His girlfriend, Paris, also in Championship Sunday. You can see how much it means to him. We love when athletes pour it all out and get the result.
Yeah, his first ever PPA singles final of his career. These are the 2 matchups in singles. Paris Todd, Anna-Leigh Waters, rematch of the Atlanta Open final from May. Waters won that one in the 3rd. And then Hunter said he's actually going for some revenge because it was Connor Garnett that beat his brother Yates, a hobbled Yates Johnson, yesterday.
I'm picking Hunter on this one.
Okay.
He looks to be in form. He's moving very well. Cam, I know your pick on this one against Connor, but for Hunter, both guys move exceptionally well. They're very mirror images of each other. I'd give the backhand edge to Connor Garnett, obviously, but I think Hunter's the hot hand this week. Forehand's going to be firing, moving so well. So we'll see.
Yeah, I agree. I think Hunter's going to be victorious tomorrow. I think there's something in the air over there. I really feel it with the couple in Paris Todd and Hunter Johnson, and they have a good support team. Her parents are there. You have Yates there cheering him on, and I just think there's something there. It feels special, and the emotion, you can see it. Paris was crying after her match. Hunter was crying after his, and this just means so much. So they're going to take it tomorrow.
All right, a lot of tears.
He almost made us tear up, too,
I
after
did
that
tear up.
interview.
I was.
I like you calling me out as well. So both of us always wrong, and Cam
Thank
just
you
nails
so
it
much.
on those picks.
How it should be, really.
That's how it should be. All right, speaking of how it should be, at this point in the show, we bring in the voice of pickleball himself, Dave Fleming in Atlanta. Dave, always great to see you. A lot of big storylines that went down on a semifinal Saturday. Which one stood out most to you?
Catherine Parento, man. I'm sick of her just taking a back seat. She was awesome today. AL she needs a Coke, she needs the juice, she needs all that. She goes north of the border, brings a Canadian down and says, CP, make it happen for me. I need you. And she was terrific in that match. And she was wonderful in mixed doubles. So they're going to play together, then they're going to play against each other. I love when that happens. But CP was terrific today and deserves to be in 2 finals.
Dave, I want to talk about the Johns brothers. Colin, so much more aggression this tournament. They're playing at the top of their form that we've seen in a while. Do you think it was a blessing in disguise that Ben had this ankle injury this tournament?
I don't know that it was a blessing in disguise. I think it was we haven't won since freaking April. So we got to come up with a new plan. And he has been working, he being CJ, has been working on more aggression. The ankle injury enabled them to try some things out, though, earlier, Matt, in the tournament, in the earlier rounds when they felt a little more comfortable. You saw CJ just lighting up forehands off the bounce, and now they feel comfortable with that style. What's interesting is they're not going to play the top seed, so they're going to have aggression galore, yelling, screaming, barking from Tyson and Jaume tomorrow. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. Dave, we know that you want tennis players to come over, but I just love seeing all the junior players. We had one tournament where there was 100 entries just on the junior PPA tour, but we love seeing them in the crowd. They're crazy fans here and just following the events around. But what's so important about bringing the youth in to this sport of pickleball?
Well, I think there's the misperception that it's just an old person sport. That is not true. So when I see Sparkies on the 20x44, I love it. And what's going to happen, Cam, and this is an unsolved sport. We're still new. We're still figuring stuff out. These kids won't have played tennis. They'll have been playing pickleball since they were 5 years old, and they're going to just find things that we never dreamed of, and I cannot wait to see that. It's going to be so much fun to see the evolution from 5, 8, and 10-year-olds coming into the pro game in about 5 to 10 years.
You know who's still a Sparky? Our guy Dave. Happy birthday, Dave.
Happy birthday today.
Thank you.
Stay in the
Dave.
Sparky. What's the celebration going to be like tonight?
It's going to be fun, but I got a lot of pickleball to call. Oh, my gosh, look at this,
wow.
folks.
Yes.
Let's go.
Make your wish.
I'm going to be. The Steelers are definitely winning tomorrow after
Let's
that
go.
wish.
That's right.
And I'm going to be destroying some chocolate cake here in a second, guys.
Well, happy birthday, Dave. Enjoy it. Thanks for joining us as always. And we'll see you tomorrow if you know, that cake and all the drinks and everything sit well with you.
That's right. Heinz 57, a special Pittsburgh birthday.
That's right. I promise to be pretty good tonight. I'll see you guys tomorrow night at the end.
Pretty good.
All right. Much more still to come here on Pickleball. Quick hands questions on Pickleball Live. Y'all ready for this?
I'm ready.
All right, first question got for you. Going to start with Cam. Ladies
Please,
first.
please.
Putting your fan hat on, which player is the most fun to watch?
I got 3 and they don't need an explanation.
Okay.
I got Big H, Hayden Patriquin, I got Jeff Warnick, and I got Jaume Martinez-Vick. Done.
Done. 3. I asked for 1.
I like the Jeff Warnick.
I'll take 3.
I'll follow the rules. I'm going with Hayden Patriquin.
Yeah.
Creativity, pace, smiles. You see his authentic self out there. He's going to be the new #1 in the world at some point within the next 18 months, I think. Hayden Patriquin.
I like it.
Year and a half. So you both went with him.
Yep.
Yeah.
You just added 2 bonus picks as well.
Of course.
Number 2, which of the 3 disciplines in pickleball, singles, mixed, or gender doubles, carries the most weight, Matt?
I think gender for me. It's what I like to watch the most. I obviously love mixed. Singles, I think it's too much of like tennis translating to pickleball. Doubles, it's really that nuance. So gender doubles for me.
Gender doubles, Cam?
Gender doubles, absolutely. I just think there's something about it. I love the new partnerships. I love the variety that we get there. It's a completely different game, and I think it's the one to watch when it's on.
Wow. All right.
We're 2 for 2 on agreeing
I
with
know.
things today.
I think singles is most
like
exciting, and I really like mixed. Like, I wish there was more mixed in tennis.
Yes,
so
I agree with you there.
mixed is super fun.
Yep.
It is.
Getting the 2 on the
I
team.
like gender.
All right, number 3. Will Annalie Waters lose a PPA match before the end of the year? And if so, when, Cam?
Yes, tomorrow. I really do. I think there's something about it. I think it's in the air. They had a close 3-gamer last time they played in May in Atlanta. I think she can do it. I really do believe that she can pull it out tomorrow, and I'm going P. Todd tomorrow.
P. Todd over Annalie Waters tomorrow. Wow.
I am.
How about you?
I'm saying no. I don't think she loses before the end of the year. I think tomorrow is going to be close. Paris has done it before. She's capable of it. I see a separation at the moment, and I like Annalie Waters at least for the remainder of 2024.
Okay. I'm glad that y'all didn't agree on that one.
Yep.
Would you rather have your voice on the new video game, PPA Pickleball Tour 2025, or an all-expense-paid trip anywhere in the world?
Wow, that is a great one. I didn't have that written down.
No,
here, so
that was the one that.
Well, I don't have my voice on PPA 2024, so that's brutal. You know what? I don't need to be a part of that video game. Let me fly to like Greece, all expenses paid. I'm down.
Okay.
As long as I have a pickleball court there.
How long's the trip?
As long as you want.
Oh, I'm taking the trip because I got my voice on Pickleball Live, so I'm good with it. I'm good with it.
I like
On
that.
Pickleball
I
Live.
like.
Here's the thing. You can pay for a trip anywhere. You can't pay to get on the video game.
I think they're gonna.
There'll be a PPA 2025.
Yeah, I think they're gonna
That
make
is
some changes.
2025. This is 2026.
He doesn't even know the game. He doesn't even know the game. I think they're gonna make some changes to the game,
not a
and they're gonna
gamer.
give us a call.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you're on Pickleball Live, so that's all
right.
that really
That's all that
matters, and
matters.
that was the best answer. What's an underrated skill or strategy that gets overlooked in pickleball camp?
Offensive timeouts. I think we don't use them enough. I think there's times where you're kind of at that weird lull where you might be up 10-6 and you're just kind of stuck at side outs. I think it's really good sometimes to take an offensive timeout, really solidify a game plan, come back out, execute it, take the game.
I'm gonna go with a skill, and it's footwork. I don't think people work on their feet enough. Everyone's always worried about that technique. Where's my paddle? How am I holding it? All these different things. It all comes down to the footwork, my spacing. Best players in the world have the best footwork. Look at Ben Johns. Work on your feet at home. Come on now.
Yeah, got to agree with that. Offensive timeouts, interesting. What is something in the rules, format, or culture of pickleball that you would like to see changed or experimented with, Matt?
We need to get rid of phones on the court during matches.
Yeah.
That drives me up a wall. I know it's in the rule books that they're not supposed to have phones. We see them checking it during. I just think it makes the sport look unprofessional. Get rid of the phones. We can check them after. Bring notes in a journal if you need them. No phones.
No phones.
I think no paddle taps. I know it's part of the game and it's just kind of what we brought and it's part of pickleball. You don't see during halftime in the NBA or during an MLB game or halftime at NFL, hey man, nice job. All right, good one. See you in like 15 minutes. No, we're playing a game. I'm here to win. I just won or I just lost. We go to the bench, I get a drink, and I go right back out. I think paddle taps, it's a little too much for me.
No paddle taps until the end of the match.
Agreed.
Not in
Yeah, and
between
then
games.
go, have your respects there. Thank you so much. Good job. But you don't need to have it during the match.
Totally agree with that,
And I
and the no
also think
phones.
it's a little weird when people get irritated when you don't.
Or maybe they do it too hard, or that. Yeah.
Let's just
Go to your bench.
leave it out.
Get ready, or do what Connor and Christian did at the end, and do that in the middle,
Right.
Instead of paddle tap.
Or during a point, whatever.
Yeah, whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want to
or
do.
trash talk in
Yeah.
pickleball.
I love that.
Another day, another demo is coming up next. We're going to speed it up. Matt and Cam going to let you know when to reset and when to fire back. Plus, we're going to reset our bucket challenge. It's Pickleball Live on Pickleball TV. Much more on the way. Cam, Matt, and Steve back on Pickleball Live. A reminder that Pickleball Magazine is the official magazine for the sport. Get tournament coverage, player profiles, instructional tips, equipment reviews, and much more. Go to pickleballmagazine.com to check out articles and subscribe today. Well, we are heading down the stretch on the PPA Tour after Atlanta, going to Virginia Beach. Then it is back to Las Vegas, baby. The final slam of the season in Farmers Branch, Texas, and wrapping things up at the Milwaukee Open. All of it can be found on PBTV. Time now for another teaching segment with our own Coach to the Stars.
I'm Matt Manassi, a.k.a. Pickleball McNasty, Coach of the Stars.
You are the pickleball instructor of the stars,
That's what they
so
say.
I feel like there's a lot that I could lean from you. So
I mean, there's so much to work on, but you know an overhead? Give me one to do. Money. I love that. Now we just gotta control it. Do it right slowly before you progress to trying it fast. Come on. Thanks for coming out, man.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. All right, another day, another demo presented by Humana. We're gonna talk resets and speed-ups and resets in that order. So Cam, when we get to the kitchen line,
All right.
hopefully all four of us are here. If we're just dinking straight ahead, we could do this all day. There needs to be some type of variation. We need to have offense. So we need to speed the ball up.
Okay.
So what does that look like? Well, I want it to look exactly like my dink, right? I want you to be deceived by what I'm doing. So if the tip of my paddle is down, instead of just pushing through the ball softly, I'm gonna speed it up a little bit more through the ball. So instead of the ball traveling low to high, up and down, it's gonna go more through.
Okay.
And what did you just do there?
Well, I just hit a reset, but we're gonna get to that in a minute. So when you're hitting the speed up, you're looking to jam or maybe create a pop-up.
Correct.
So you wanna hit the spots accordingly. So sometimes, like you were saying, you don't really want to hit a speed up on the backhand side, a little bit easier to block, but on the forehand side, it can jam me up a little bit more. What are some spots to look for when you're hitting a speed up?
Yeah, with a righty, they call it that chicken wing, right? It's tough to get in here because I like to separate my body into 3 segments. So a ball that's coming over here is going to be the backhand, left shoulder over, middle mass of my body, backhand as well. The chicken wings in here because to get from this position over, I have that one little spot that's a little awkward. So a lot of times I'm gonna go at that right hip and see if I can hit you.
All
So
right.
here we're gonna dink and then I'm gonna speed it up. Nice reset, Cam. That was beautiful.
Well, you know, it's not that hard. Just kidding. So when I'm hitting a reset, talk me through that.
Yeah, so first of all, always expect the speed up. That's a little Jeff Warnick tip. That was one of your favorite players.
He is.
That was one of the best advice I'd ever been given. Because when you're at the kitchen line, if you expect to speed up, your paddle is going to be out in front, square paddle face, and you're going to look to either I can counter, which is send the ball back as hard as it's coming toward me, or I can soften the hand a little bit and absorb that power and reset it into the kitchen. Resetting means we're neutralizing the point and getting back to even.
All right, I'm gonna hit you some speed ups.
Come on, give me a real one. I mean, what is
But I
that?
want to tell them this is something that they can practice. This
Yes.
is a drill that you guys can take onto the court yourself. You can say, okay, hey, for 10 minutes, Matt, you're only gonna reset. I'm only gonna do the speed ups, and then you can swap it and be like, all right, I'm gonna hit the reset. You're gonna hit the speed
And
ups.
let me hit a couple speed ups here. So the variation here, I'll just keep going a little bit faster, right? A little bit faster, and then eventually, boom, and she's still there. Oh, through the legs, that counts for 2.
Whatever. Steve, what are we doing for that bucket challenge?
All right, well,
Get on
listen.
in here.
Yesterday was our best yet, right?
I agree.
Cam won that one.
Yes, it was
did you?
the best. Yeah.
The day before you won, you had all the balls in. So today, we're going to make it even more difficult and see
Okay.
who can come out on top. We're going to move the net over here.
Okay.
And we're going to use the speed ups and the resets.
Okay.
And basically, one of you is going to hit a speed up.
Yes.
And then the other one is going to try and reset it into the bucket.
Okay.
Right?
Ooh, that's tough.
So Cam, you're going to start first.
That is
Oh
tough.
gosh.
And again,
Matt's going to come hard
doesn't-
with the speed ups.
This
Yes.
just doesn't seem like my jam.
Is this good for you? Is this centered enough?
It's right in the kitchen, right?
Right in the
So good-
kitchen,
good
beautiful.
Good little reset.
Do you see that little inch or 2 movement? That's going to make all the difference.
So you're gonna hit a drive.
Yes, I'm going to hit a drive. How hard do you want this drive?
Whatever.
Okay, we'll see how it goes. Okay. Oh!
Off the rim.
Okay.
Oh, no.
I
And
didn't
I-
like the buzzer.
The buzzer hurts.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you another
I
one.
want a bonus.
I'm gonna give you
Okay.
another
That
one.
first one was almost it.
Bonus round.
Okay,
Come on.
Fine.
All right,
No,
Matt's
no,
turn.
Matt, you go.
We'll switch
Steve,
it
you
up.
don't
yeah,
wanna jump
it's
in
harder
there?
than it looks.
I will.
We're gonna get you in there.
Harder than
If
it
you all
looks,
don't make
everyone.
one, then I have to step in and
All right,
be
so
the champion
I think
here.
this is I'm behind the.
Yeah, you're behind
I feel
the
like I'm
kitchen
behind
line.
the kitchen
Sure,
line.
sure.
All right, I gotta soften the hands out in front.
All right, coach.
Oh no, that's garbage.
a little too much. Close.
Do I
One
get
more,
do I
one
get
more,
do I
one
get a
more.
bonus?
Yes.
Oh no!
Go.
Let's go,
Oh,
Steve.
Come on.
I
Steve,
mean,
all right.
good job.
Steve, since
All right.
I was so great there.
Yeah. Give me some tips.
Okay, so
Let me know what I need to do
first
here.
of all, I want you to square up. We were doing
Yeah.
this in practice earlier.
Yep.
I saw you kind of moving off.
Yes.
That's more of your tennis skills, which you have great volleys in tennis. I've seen them, but I want you right now.
Square.
Square up, soften this hand, this grip pressure
Yeah.
a little bit, and feel it right into the kitchen.
Okay.
Absorb
We're going
that power.
backhand here.
Yes, we're going backhand.
Square shoulders.
Square
right
shoulders.
At the target. All right, Cam, don't be mean here.
No nasty Nelson.
Ooh, I like that. Yes, Steve.
Ooh, here we go.
Close.
You got it. You got it.
Let's get him
Here we
one
go.
more.
Here we go. You got it. Oh, dang. Here we go. You can do this.
All right, I believe in it.
I believe in it too.
Oh, and I
Close,
missed that. That was
close.
brutal.
Shit.
All right, we got
It's
it. We got
harder than it looks.
That was
No,
close.
you're getting close. Give it a little loft. Give it a little loft. Yeah,
We have
that.
Good reset, not in the bucket, but a great
that's
reset
okay.
nonetheless.
Yeah.
All right, Steve,
Try one more.
you keep working on that. We have a hot shot
sorry.
coming up next when we return.
Yeah, take over the lead anchor role. We'll play this back at the end. Back on Pickleball Live, shot of the day so far, right there. Manassi getting it done. The only one of us to make it. Cam, we've got one more day tomorrow for you
Did you see how shocked my face was in that slow-mo?
I think the three of us went 1 for like 37. Here's the real pickle point of the day.
This was unbelievable. Annalie Waters covering so much court, pumping herself up after this. She definitely had plenty of orange juice early in the morning to get all these shots. Brooke Buckner with the overhead. No, ma'am. Unbelievable passing shot down the line. Annalie Waters, that's why she is #1 in the world.
Yeah, look at that footwork there and just slaps it down the line. Tomorrow is going to be electric, going for her 29th Triple Crown.
29th Triple Crown. Nobody else on the women's side has more than 1. So
correct,
that is the dominance that
Yeah.
she's had. And by the way, she didn't play that tournament, obviously. So here is your Sunday championship schedule. Starts 11 a.m. Eastern. All the big-time matchups. Let's talk some more about Annalie Waters taking on Paris Todd, because you said, Cam, earlier in the show, that P. Todd is going to come through with a big-time upset. She has beaten her before, albeit, a couple of years ago.
Right.
What's the game plan?
Yeah, I think she's going to have to come out hot right off the bat, and I think she's going to need to be patient. Annalie Waters is going to hit those shots. She's going to have hot shots. She's going to be all over the court. She may have to hit 2, 3, 4, 5 winners. It's not getting frustrated, taking maybe those offensive timeouts, really strategizing those timeouts all the way through. And it's going to be close. It's going to go to 3 games. I know that, but I think in the end, she's going to pull it through.
How about the mixed final where the two women's doubles partners are playing against each other?
Yes, Parento, Annalie Waters.
Yeah.
Alshon thrown in there as
With
well.
Johns, and they went at it today in
exactly.
gender doubles.
There's going to be some spice there for sure. I'm picking Ben and Annalie like I always do, unfortunately. I think the biggest difference is the power of Annalie. Catherine, very wizard-like at that kitchen line, can do a lot with the ball, very creative, but in mixed, I think you need some finishing power. Annalie has that. I'm giving it to the #1 seed.
Okay, because of your pick, you're saying no 29 Triple Crown. Are we getting 29 Triple Crown?
We're getting 29.
No.
Oh, no, I love Annalie. I think she's great. I just think there's something different in the air right now. That's all I'm saying. I just feel the emotion is there, and Paris is playing great. And I think she has the support to get it done.
And you both picked Hunter Johnson as
right.
well.
Yeah.
To win
That's right.
men's singles. That would
did.
be his first title. That'd be
That'd
massive.
be huge.
Oh, yeah,
That'd be
first
huge.
final, first title.
Steve Weissman, Dave Fleming will join us from Atlanta, and over the next half hour, we are going to wrap up all the big storylines from a championship Sunday at the Atlanta Slam. We were inside for a few days, then back outside. We had 2 massive comebacks in the last 2 matches.
Yeah, I mean, it was who was going to handle the elements the best, and some did and some didn't. We saw a lot of players get injured. We saw, Ben Johns, thankfully, was able to come back. But yeah, it's very different playing inside, going outdoors, coming back outside for championship day. You have wind to worry about. You have the sun that may mess with your vision a little bit. So it was really interesting to see who stepped up, and I loved seeing some new winners today.
Yeah, Championship Sunday was electric. You had new finalists new champion, shocking upsets. I just love that at the Slam, it showcases the new talent that's getting into the sport. There's parity. You're not sure who's now going to win on a Sunday. And I think it's just an exciting spot for our sport.
It certainly is. Let's set the stage for all of the highlights today. Annalie Waters was going for her 29th career Triple Crown, more than anyone else in the sport, more than her mixed doubles partner Ben Johns as well. 8 this year, going for number 9 there. So let's start with women's singles, the final. Waters facing Paris Todd. Cam, you called upset in this one yesterday. Rematch from the Atlanta Open final from May. Waters won that one in 3.
And I was wrong. No, I mean, she came out firing. I think what she did so well, and you can see here, is she controlled the kitchen line throughout the entire match. Sometimes you see moments of it, and then sometimes you back off because of great passes by Todd. Todd's passes weren't as crisp. We saw a lot in the net that we really weren't seeing throughout the week, but unfortunately, they happened on Championship Sunday here. But credit to Annalie Waters. This is a nice battle. I kind of like the rivalry here, but credit to Annalie Waters. She is the best.
ALW 41st career singles title. She has now won her last 30 finals. To women's doubles, Waters and Catherine Parento coming in 1-12-1 as a team. 44 straight matches without losing a game. But today, Matt, they face that one team that has defeated them before.
That one team, Anna Bright, Rachel Rohrbacher. Rachel Rohrbacher has kind of been the X factor before, missing a little bit too much. Today was about power and offense out of Bright and Rohrbacher. They came out firing. Game 2, close, but again, more of the same. I thought Catherine Parento was overpowered and bullied a little bit. You knew the number 1 team, though, was going to try to come back and take this to 5. They weren't going to go down lightly. Game 3 came out firing. Annalie picked them up in the middle a little bit. But as we got into Game 4, it was just too much Bright and Rohrbacher. I thought that Catherine was getting a little bit out of position. It got Annalie out of position as well. The resets, pulling the trigger of Rohrbacher, everything was working. The team chemistry was off the charts. And you saw a major, major upset on Championship Sunday. Number 2 team, Bright and Rohrbacher, getting it done over the number 1 team in the world.
The Triple Crown hopes of ALW dashed as the girlies get it done, right, Cam?
The girlies.
And take a look at this. Now 1-12-2 as a team all time. And both of those losses coming to Rohrbacher and Bright, both coming this year. In fact, they played 5 finals this year, 2 and 3. So almost 500 ball. Is there some parity here now, Cam?
Yeah, I think this is a great rivalry. I really do think that Bright and Rohrbacher are the only team that can challenge them right now. I know there's a lot of shuffling going around on both the men's and the women's double side of things, but they are the strongest to continue to push them. And I think they may have another win in them this year.
And they really took this. It wasn't like Annalie and Catherine were playing poorly.
No.
100%. Connor Pardo on his Twitter said this was the best level that he's seen on Championship Sunday on a national broadcast. No team played poorly. It was just both playing their highest levels. And like you said, they took it and played exceptional when it mattered.
The sun was out. It was bright. And Anna Bright and Rachel Rohrbacher, they got it done against the top seeds. All right, let's head to mixed doubles. Waters, of course, back out on the court one more time, looking for the title with Ben Johns.
Yeah, we were really interested to see how Catherine Parento and Annalie Waters were going to come back after that loss. Were they going to be a little rattled? We didn't expect it from the top team here, but I will say Annalie Waters didn't play as crisp as I thought she would, kind of wrapping it up and putting it behind her. I felt that women's doubles match come with her. But credit over here to Alshon and Catherine Parento. They came out firing up 10-2 in Game 3. Looked like they had some momentum. They were hitting some great shots, but it was Annalie Waters who picked a spot, the backhand spot of Christian Alshon, that really made all the difference. She pulled the trigger at 2:10, and she saw that spot throughout the entire Game 3, and they were able to close it out. Number 1 team didn't want to go 4, took it in 3.
12th title this year, 39th overall for Annalie Waters and Ben Johns. Massive comeback in that 3rd game to get it done. All right, men's doubles. Johns brothers looking for their first title since the LA Open in April. They beat Tyson McGuffin and Jaume Martinez-Vic in that one. Could they do it again, Matt?
And yes, they could. This was about Colin Johns and his newfound offense and aggression. He was pulling the trigger. He was coming over more to the right. He was pushing them with Ernie's and putting them into small spaces. You knew Jaume Martinez-Vick and Tyson McGuffin would try to force it. They did in game 3, but it was more Ben Johns coming through the middle, hitting shots, pushing them back. You're going to see a highlight here in a second from Jaume Martinez-Vick with the behind the back. But in the end, not good enough. 6 gold medals now for the Johns brothers on the year, the most of any on tour. And it looks like going into the end of the year, Colin Johns with that newfound aggression, this is the team to beat.
Win it in 4. Ben said his brother always adapts to whatever is thrown at him, and he is good in adverse conditions. The Johns bros getting it done to men's singles. Connor Garnett playing Hunter Johnson. Garnett looking for his 3rd title this year. Cam Hunter, his 1st overall.
I mean, aren't we seeing double here? That was almost the exact same shot that Yates Johnson hit against Connor Garnett. Hunter came out firing up 10-2 in game 1, closed that one out, took the first one. A little lapse here in the mental game of Hunter Johnson. Saw him get really frustrated, but credit to Garnett. He really came out with a plan in game 2. Game 3, Garnett continuing that momentum, staying up, staying consistent. We weren't sure. We thought maybe this is Garnett. Maybe he is going to come back. You see the frustration there in Hunter Johnson. But he down 0-7, but he has a team on his side. He had Paris Todd. He had her dad. He had Yates Johnson. Calm him back down, recenter him, get a game plan. Coming back 10-9 here and winning it 11-9. You see how much this means to him. I mean, tears all around the court for his first PPA title.
First title, and it's a slam as well. Hunter Johnson, first final since September of 2022, beat 4 former champions on his way to the gold medal. What a moment for Hunter Johnson. All right, it's that time of the show where we welcome in the voice of pickleball himself. Dave Fleming joins us from the Atlanta Slam. And Dave, biggest story on the 20x44 today has got to be women's doubles. What is your reaction to seeing Anna Bright and Rachel Rohrabacher take out the top seeds?
Rachel Rohrabacher loves House of the Dragon, and today she was the Dragon Slayer with Anna Bright next to her. She doesn't care. Breathe that fire all over us because I got 2-handed backhand clean winners and 4-hands to go. She had a tough start to game 2, and then she was absolute fire from that point on. She was the difference. You knew Anna Bright would be at the top of her game. And as you guys said, this was a match they took to them. They won it. I can't wait to see when these two teams play again because the girlies were girlying all over center court.
I love that. 3 out of 4 slams done now. Year-end final in San Clemente later. Let's talk the race a little bit. Which one are you paying attention to the most?
I want to see what happens in men's doubles because right now, I can't even believe this, but James Ignatowicz, who is a terrific player, is not in the top 16. How is that possible? So he's got to get going. And then we're going to be watching, much like Major League Baseball is right now, that playoff race, 7, 8, 9 in mixed doubles and singles. And the other woman I have my eye on is Kate Fahey. She was a project manager at American Express in May, and now she's probably going to qualify for the finals if she can have a couple more results. That's unbelievable, but that's how well she's been playing. So those two are the ones I have my eye on.
And Dave, we're switching gears next week, heading to MLP. You're the winningest GM that we have in Major League Pickleball, but what challenges do the players face here? Now we're switching from traditional scoring to rally scoring, from being an individual to now being on a team. I mean, how does that affect players and how do they kind of juggle that going into next week?
Yeah, some teams will be able to help each other out through that, Cam. And one of the big things is the captains. What can you do to take a player that here is maybe struggling a little bit and get them going? For Ben and Colin Johns, for example, they just got a title, first one since April. They did not have great MLP results until now. So will they get that going from there? And I think some players just thrive in that setting. Every point matters, and you want to think about every point matters. Every point matters even more in Central Park. We're going to New York City. It's showtime, baby. Come on.
I can't wait.
That's right. The pickleball never stops from week to week. Dave, you killed it all week long in Atlanta. Thank you, as always, for joining us here on Pickleball Live.
Thank you, guys. Love the show. Great work there. We'll see you soon.
All right, much more still to come. We're debuting a new game. It is Word Pickle, as Cam and Matt find the phrases to describe the week that was. And, of course, we'll have them coming up with a word to define this dust-up between Colin Johns Cam, Matt, and Steve back on Pickleball Live. A reminder, the next Major League Pickleball event features teams facing off in New York City's iconic Central Park. Catch all the action from the Big Apple with daily live coverage on Pickleball TV beginning Thursday, September 19th through Sunday, the 22nd. That's MLP. How about the rest of the PPA schedule? After Atlanta, headed to Virginia Beach. Then it is back to Las Vegas, baby. The final slam of the season is in Texas, and we wrap up at the Milwaukee Open. All of it can be found on PBTV. As we bring you back into our studios, we are debuting a new game. It's called Word Pickle. So I'm going to put a phrase out there, and there's going to be an empty little spot for you to write on your whiteboard with your nice little Sharpie there. All right.
Love it.
Number one in Word Pickle. Rally scoring is blank than traditional scoring. What are you going to put for the blank? Rally scoring is blank than traditional scoring. So, of course, rally, every single point, you get a point. Traditional scoring, you can only score a point when you are serving. Cam?
Do we reveal?
Cam, go ahead. Yeah. You can both reveal. Oh, way better. And why?
Oh, yeah, because it goes faster. It's more entertaining. Every point matters. All the above.
And you say faster.
I just don't think there's that much other than it's faster. I love playing pickleball no matter rally or normal. As long as there's points in play, I don't think it even affects who's winning. I like MLP, I like PPA. It's just faster, that's it.
Well, y'all are on the same
Better.
page because the reason why you said it's way better because it's faster.
Yeah.
All right, erase those. Well done. Number two.
Ooh, mine's a little
The
funky.
Colin Johns, Christian Alshon post-match beef was blank. Colin Johns, Christian Alshon, little post-match beef after the men's doubles match the other day. It was what?
Oh, gosh.
Cam, you're first.
Yeah, 1 sec.
But you are slower than.
Wow.
No, I just have it. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Great, I want more.
There you go.
I want more.
Okay. What level do you want to take that to? I mean, like.
Not the parking lot,
Fisticuffs?
but
Okay.
no, not the parking lot, but keep it in court.
Okay. Matt?
Oh,
Yummy. I need more of this. This was great out of Colin Johns. He said, if you can dish it, you got to deal with it.
Try
I
and
love
beat
that.
me.
And pickleball needs rivalries. I think that's a new one. Give me more.
Yeah, the little.
Delicious.
Okay. Just like that. He couldn't repeat what Christian told him after the last match.
Nope.
So hope to see the next time they play each other what's going to go down. Number three. I'll be, being one of you all, blank if Jack Sock is ranked number one in the next 12 months. You'll be blank if Jack Sock is ranked number one in the world in singles
Is he
in
watching?
the next 12 months.
Is he watching?
Jack, if you're watching, we love you.
it's not personal.
Who's first on this one? Cam's always ready. So Cam, you go up there. Shocked.
I will. I'll be shocked.
Why?
I just don't see it happening. I really think the movement there, and I think he just needs more time. He definitely needs more time in order for, okay, I'm so nervous.
What?
For him to climb up the ladder.
I'm enjoying your explanation. All right. I'll be in an alternate universe. I just don't see it. I love Jack. Great guy, great player. Number one is a lot different than where he currently sits at number 8 in singles, way further back in mixed and gender doubles. There's a lot more training that needs to go on, a lot more pickleball nuance. There's new talent that's coming into the game that's getting better and better. You can't just transition from tennis and be number one without incredible amounts of work. I don't see it happening.
What if he teamed up with Anna Lee in mixed?
He's done that one time, but Ben wasn't in the tournament.
Okay. They won, though.
They won.
They did one. One time. That was a long time ago.
He's like irrelevant.
Number 4. The prime age range for a pickleball pro is blank. So obviously we've got Anna Lee Waters, number one in the world at 17.
I'm interested to see what.
We've got some players
Matt
in their 40s that are still playing, but the prime age range for a pickleball pro is blank. Cam?
Ready? 18 to 24.
18 to 24 is the prime age range for a pickleball pro. All
Yeah.
right, Matt?
I was pretty similar.
17 to 25.
I think that, in my opinion, I know 25, Ben's 25, but I think he's he's now not winning as much as he used to, so I think he was better a couple years ago and last year, and I think AL's only gonna get better. I think she needs to get a little bit stronger, and I think she really needs to kind of come into her own a little bit. Same with Georgia Johnson. Still a little too young. I think 18 to 24.
Wait, so you're saying that the greatest pickleball player to ever step foot on this earth is not in her prime yet?
Correct.
Wow, that's wild.
She can
Yeah,
get stronger.
I agree with
she
that.
can get
I do.
stronger and faster.
I put 17 to 25 just because AL is 17 and Ben is 25. I just figured I'd play along with that.
Okay, I like that.
I
That's a
do
great
think
answer.
Ben is only going to get better. I think he's going to have a resurgence and really continue to find his form. I think he wants to be number one in the world in singles, and you'll see that happen again in the next 6 to 12 months.
And we're not going to see like a Novak Djokovic at 36 years old be a number one in the world.
That I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
I think
Not in pickle.
the movement's a little too jerky.
That
There's no-
short lateral
Yeah.
movement. It's tough.
Okay. Last question. It is blank that my voice isn't on PPA Pickleball Tour 2025, the video game. It is blank that my voice is not on the new video game PPA Pickleball Tour 2025.
Who is coming up with these questions?
Y'all have been talking about this all week long, not happy about it. So, Matt, you're up first on this one.
Criminal. It is criminal that my voice and our voice is nowhere to be seen. I think there could be room for 4 voices, maybe more on that PPA 2025, but PPA 2026, maybe. We'll see.
Okay, Cam?
Typical. Makes sense.
Wait, with an asterisk.
Can we explain that asterisk? Asterisk?
Yeah, no, I kind of get it. I'm a little late to the game. I mean, I know Dave was there before
Yep.
me, Michelle was there before me, came from sideline, so I get it.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Makes sense for
I'm
you.
not mad.
Do you think it's criminal that Manasseh's not in the game?
I mean, my
No
hair
comment?
in a video game, my hair in a video game would look great, right?
Oh, gosh.
It would be flowing. If there was wind in the video game, you'd probably see it. It would be good. It'd
It's
be great.
just the voice. It has nothing to do with the image.
Oh,
so.
okay. Makes sense then, I guess.
Yeah.
Makes
This is
sense. Makes sense.
if it was your image, then you'd be in the game. But voice, out of there. All right. Coming up, it's our last demo of the week. We've also got our top 5 points of the week. These shots putting the hot in Hotlanta. An amazing ATP in the ATL. We've got it all for you. You're watching Pickleball Live.
Speed it up. Nice reset, Cam. There we go.
All right, all right.
Sometimes it's almost like cornhole.
Flick their wrist, go high, and run in. Beautiful. That's how we drew it up. A little bit faster, and then eventually, boom, and she's still there. Oh, through the legs, that counts for 2. And then we're going to do it one more time.
Dare I say,
And that's how we do it.
nasty
Here on Pickleball
come on.
Live.
Whatever.
It doesn't get any better than that.
All right, another day, another demo. Today we're going to talk about a little drill, a warm-up drill to get us started. Our skill after that is going to be the lob. So your favorite warm-up drill, the slinky drill.
Yes.
I'll let you get into it.
Yeah, I would say all of the pros probably did this before they warmed up for their championship match today. So you're gonna wanna start on the kitchen line here, and you're just gonna start with some dinks. Well, first of all, sorry, we're gonna designate. Who wants to go back first?
I'll go back first.
Perfect. Always designate that first or it kind of defeats the purpose. So we're gonna hit the dink. I'm gonna stay up at the kitchen line. Matt told me he's gonna work back to transition zone. I'm gonna give him a little bit of pressure
Ooh,
here. He's
that's
gonna
tough.
reset. Back at the baseline, he's gonna work on some drops and some drives and work his way back up.
This is just getting my feet set, getting my calibration of getting in and out, moving up and back,
You
finding
want to
the
make
speed.
sure you're hitting every zone, right? So up at
Correct.
the kitchen, transition, baseline, and at the baseline, you can work on your drops and your drives. He's gonna work his way back up.
And then the slinky part is you going
I
back.
get to go in transition
beautiful.
zone. Mat stays. Get some nice height over the net here. Kind of find your range. This is the time to, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. You're just really getting a feel for everything. Back to the baseline, work on some drops.
And it's not just third shot drops, it's drives. Beautiful. It's working on resets. If I speed it up, again, beautiful.
Work my way up. Transition. Whoops, nice. Keep coming up.
And then you're set also, Cam. So this is pretty good to move front and back, get a feel. I would say the pros are working on their hand speed.
Yep.
They're gonna get up at the kitchen line, go back and forth in hands. We don't need to do that. Don't wanna show you up here.
I will say something that I like to do, along with Paris, if we're warming up, is when you're standing at the kitchen, we like to take our one step into the kitchen. We like to shorten that distance a little bit so it's coming even quicker. So then when you step out of the kitchen, kind of have more of a rhythm. It almost feels like you have more time. So that's something that I like to do as well.
All right, so now that we have the drill, now let's work into our skill, which is gonna be the lob. A lot of times when all four of us are at the kitchen line, especially on the pro level, you have people leaning in, looking to really crowd that kitchen. A way to get them off is that lob. And of course, there's deception involved with this, right? So if you and I are dinking straight ahead, I wanna make sure my lob looks exactly like my dink, right? If you're really leaning into that kitchen, trying to get my dink, and then all of a sudden, whoop, flip it up and push you back.
Then I gotta go run back.
When you see your opponent push back, she's gonna try to probably reset. You wanna stay on that kitchen line with your partner, reach in, and then continue to apply pressure and push them back. If you hit a lob and let them come back in easily, defeats the purpose of the lob entirely.
The lob is to push them off of the kitchen line. You wanna get on offense. Now, let's say he does lob over me. I have two options now. As I run back to the baseline, unless you're Daniel De La Rosa, and you can hit a slamming winner off of that, or you have enough time to set up your drive, it's in your best interest to hit a drop so then I can come right back in and kind of get it back to neutral. Sometimes maybe get on offense as well.
And we've seen a ton of the pros do this. We have some tape. Let's go to the tape and see the best in the world execute.
Nice lob there, you see by Anna Bright, and then a drop back in.
Oh, great deception there at a Dylan Frazier. The pros always seem to get that reset back in the kitchen, though, I gotta say.
Nice one there by Tyson, too. And sometimes people are lobbing cross court. You get a little bit more of an angle there to kind of push your opponents back off that kitchen line. A great drop there by Parento after getting pushed off.
I love it. So, since we worked on the lob, we need to bring Steve in. He's gonna be on the line.
All right.
For our bucket
Y'all
challenge.
crushed that, by the way. That was the best of the week.
Yeah,
Such a good job.
amazing, thanks.
Where do you want this to go, Kim?
This will be on this line right here.
Okay.
Great.
Steve, I'm gonna
Right
have
there.
you stand. Probably this is about 7 feet, right
Okay,
there.
yeah.
You're on the kitchen line.
Yep.
Cam, I'm gonna feed you the ball. Now
Can't wait.
Steve's guarding this lob.
Can't wait.
Okay. If he can reach it with an overhead,
I can't.
then your lob
Is
was
he
here.
slamming?
Give me one step forward.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, do you see it?
Yeah.
Do you want me to go to a side? Or do
No,
you want me
you're
to the middle?
you're centered.
Good,
You're
right here.
centered.
No.
All right. Cam,
All right.
I believe in you here, by the way. You're gonna
Do you
make
want to
this.
be on? Are you taking this out of the air or you want this bounced?
I'm gonna take it off the bounce.
That's what I like to see. All right,
Get it in the bucket.
here we go.
Oh, okay, no pressure.
Bucket,
No pressure.
bucket challenge. Let's see that lob. That could be in.
1 for
There we go.
I mean, I'm not shocked.
1 for 1.
Let's do it again. Let's do it
I want to
again.
see 3 for 3. Let's go. And you said you didn't have a confidence in your
I
lob.
know.
Well,
I knew you were gonna make
lob.
it today.
Okay, a little to the right, but I'm not mad about
That's
that.
fine.
That was
All right,
great.
Now it's Matt's
What-
turn.
Thank
Right.
you. Thank
All
you
right,
so
great
much.
job.
I got to make sure. I can see it.
You
Steve,
won the first.
You
You,
look
you won
inti-
2 of the days. Cam won 1.
You look
so-
intimidating up there. I got to say, this is like a tough.
I mean,
It's a good stance. He's leaning.
He is.
That's a good stance.
He's low. We talked about it yesterday. He's square.
Gotta be
he's
square.
He's ready. If he sees it, he's going to move back. Steve is ready. This is what I like to see.
All right, Coach to the Stars, you ready?
I guess so.
Come on, McNasty.
Here we go.
All right, here we go. Oh, that's off,
Oh,
but it was
I thought
so
though.
close. All right, here we go, Matt. There we go.
Close.
Short
A little more,
bounce
a
in.
little more, a little more. Ooh, you're close.
One more chance,
one
one more
more for you,
chance.
Matt.
Oh, no chance. Cam's the winner.
And in my face.
I had to do that for you.
That was
Listen, we're
brutal.
going to be back with our hot shots of the day. That may even be included in that. Who even knows?
Oh,
and we're
I
going to wrap
loved it.
everything
I
up from
loved
the
it.
Atlanta Slam. Back. Congratulations to all the gold medal winners at the CIBC Atlanta Slam. Annalie Waters taking women's singles. Hunter Johnson, first ever title in men's singles. How about the women's doubles? Anna Bright, Rachel Rohrabacher getting it done over the top seeds. Ben and Colin Johns win their first title in a while in men's doubles. And then the mixed duo. They're the best in the world for a reason. Annalie Waters and Ben Johns. Before we get to our shots of the tournament, how about this? Oh, the skyhook actually got McNasty in the throat. I did not mean that, Matt. But I do appreciate my athleticism there.
That was
great
beautiful.
hop.
Beautiful.
It was
Beautiful.
great.
Really great, Steve.
Time for our pickle picks of the week, right in the throat. Man,
Oh,
all right,
man.
at number 5, Cam, men's doubles.
Well, Pablo Tellez, you may think, oh, that doesn't seem too difficult. This is extremely difficult. ATP here, defended.
That was so sick.
I mean, just a flick of the wrist.
And he was so nonchalant. He needs to be more chalant. That was just unbelievable out of Pablo Tellez.
We love chalantness. At number 4, a little women's singles action, ALW, and Brooke Buckner.
Yeah, this was ALW just showing the court coverage all over the place. Threw up the lob. You think the point's over? No, ma'am. The pass down the line. Cam, you said she slapped through the back of that ball.
Yeah,
You're going to see that here. Unbelievable coverage.
I mean,
Annalie
she
Waters.
roped it down. It almost looked like it wasn't going over. Golly.
And that's only number 4. We got 3 better shots than that, apparently. At number 3, men's singles, Yates Johnson. How about this one, Cam?
Oh, I love this one. A little round the post, ATP. Right in the corner there playing Connor Garnett. Ooh. And I loved his little celebration afterwards.
It was
a little
sick.
Little skip. Hey, woohoo! There we go.
And then his brother hit almost the identical shot today in the final. This shot was unbelievable out of Rachel Rohrabacher. Power offense kind of was the theme of the entire final today, plus some angles. This was just out of control.
That's sick.
Looked like she had strings on the paddle in this one. That thing was moving.
I mean, man, her left wrist really helped guide that over. I mean, you saw that little celebration from Anna Bright.
But at number 1, Cam, men's doubles, earlier in the week, a little Andiamo.
Oh, it has to be Andiamo. I mean, the hands battles here. I just love this match in general. Defense, defense, defense. Hunter Johnson getting it back. Matt Wright trying to finish it off. I mean, when you think you've won the point, you haven't. Gets back up to the kitchen line. They're now back on defense, still at the kitchen. Julian Arnold with the winner.
Look at that reaction. Andiamo Arnold.
Come on.
I didn't know there were that many veins in someone's neck, but there they are. Beautiful.
Hope he can breathe. I'm glad he didn't pass out after that.
That was so good. That was so good.
Man.
This has been so much fun doing
loved
Pickleball
it.
Live.
So fun.
5 days, Atlanta Slam. Y'all been crushing it. What are your final thoughts on this tournament?
Just an unbelievable event, indoors to outdoors to indoors. The players showed up. I thought the level was extremely high. You saw the best players in the world. A lot of upsets, a lot of parity, new talent to the game. And I think it just gives us a great kind of entryway to the rest of the year.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we didn't know how people were going to handle coming into the fall. It's been a long year already. We've seen some injuries, which unfortunately, hopefully everyone gets better here, but there's a lot of points on the line. And in the Slam, you have to step up, and players did just that. I loved seeing new faces there. I loved seeing upsets, and you got to roll with the elements. And, I'm happy with the winners.
That's what makes pickleball so special. You can do it outside, you can do it inside, and how about today, just to be able to end with one of the biggest upsets we've seen all season?
Oh, it was crazy to see the #1 doubles team go down in that fashion and have the other team really just take it to them. Incredible. And then Hunter Johnson to really come out.
So emotional.
Down 7-0 in the third. A lot of comebacks, as you said earlier. So it really just incredible pickleball all around.
Yeah, it really was. And I loved seeing the support. I think there was a lot of people on the benches there that were just really supporting them. It was a great crowd in Atlanta. Atlanta loves their pickleball, and that venue there, Lifetime Peachtree Corners, is incredible. So I'm excited for the rest of the year.
All right, well, safe travels,
Awesome.
both of y'all, to New York for the MLP event.
I know.
Crushed it this
MLP.
week. It's been so much fun.
Got more.
And we are going to send you off